The disappearance. Sarah Miller stood at the edge of the bustling Tokyo subway station, her heart pounding in her chest. A week ago, she had received the devastating news of her sister, Emily's disappearance. Now, she found herself in this unfamiliar city, searching for answers. Emily, a free-spirited traveler, had been exploring Tokyo for a month when she vanished. Her last known location was the ancient bamboo forest, a place renowned for its ethereal beauty and mysterious legends. Sarah, a seasoned journalist, knew that the disappearance was no coincidence. There was something sinister lurking in the heart of that serene forest. Sarah hailed a taxi and provided the driver with the address of a small, traditional inn near the bamboo forest. As they drove through the city, Sarah couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. Tokyo, with its towering skyscrapers and neon lights, seemed so far removed from the tranquil forest where her sister had disappeared. When they arrived at the inn, Sarah was greeted by a kind-faced woman named Akiko. Akiko confirmed that Emily had stayed there a few days before her disappearance. She remembered Emily as a bright and friendly young woman who had been eager to explore the forest. Sarah asked Akiko if she had seen Emily leave the inn. Akiko shook her head. She said she was going for a walk in the forest. She replied, "I thought she would be back soon." Sarah thanked Akiko and set out for the bamboo forest. As she walked through the bustling city streets, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. She glanced over her shoulder, but there was no one there. Paranoia was setting in. Chapter 2. The Bamboo Forest. The bamboo forest was a world unto itself. Towering stalks of bamboo created a dense canopy, blocking out the sunlight and casting the forest floor in perpetual twilight. The air was thick with humidity, and the only sound was the gentle rustling of leaves and the distant chirping of birds. Sarah wandered through the forest, her heart pounding in her chest. She called out for Emily, but there was no response. She tried to imagine what her sister might have experienced. Had she gotten lost? Had she encountered something dangerous? As she continued her search, Sarah noticed a small, winding path that led deeper into the forest. She followed it, hoping to find a clue. The path led to a clearing, where she discovered a small wooden shrine. The shrine was adorned with offerings of flowers and incense. Sarah approached the shrine and knelt down. She closed her eyes and prayed for Emily's safe return. As she was about to rise, she noticed something unusual. There was a faint, almost imperceptible glow emanating from the base of the shrine. Curious, Sarah reached out and touched the stone base. The glow intensified, revealing a hidden compartment. She opened the compartment and found a small, intricately carved wooden box. Inside the box was a map of the forest, marked with strange symbols and ancient writing. Sarah knew that she had stumbled upon something important. The map was clearly connected to the forest's secrets. But what did it mean? And how could it help her find Emily? Chapter 3. The Secret Society. Sarah returned to the inn and showed the map to Akiko. Akiko's eyes widened in surprise. "That's the Tenjin clan map," she whispered. "They're a very old and powerful family. They've been guarding the forest for centuries." Sarah had never heard of the Tenjin clan. She asked Akiko to tell her more. Akiko explained that the clan was known for their knowledge of ancient rituals and their deep connection to the natural world. Some people believe that they possess supernatural powers. Sarah realized that the Tenjin clan might hold the key to Emily's disappearance. She decided to visit their ancestral home, a secluded estate nestled deep within the bamboo forest. The estate was a sprawling complex of traditional Japanese buildings. Sarah approached the main gate and knocked. A stern-looking man answered the door. He informed Sarah that the Tenjin clan was not interested in visitors. Sarah was not deterred. She explained that she was searching for her missing sister and that she believed the Tenjin clan might have information about her. The man hesitated, then reluctantly allowed Sarah to enter. Inside the estate, Sarah was led to a private study. A wizened old man sat at a desk, his eyes fixed on an ancient scroll. He was the head of the Tenjin clan, a man named Masao. Sarah introduced herself and explained her situation. Masao listened intently, his expression impassive. When she had finished, he spoke in a deep, resonant voice. "Your sister has been captured by the curse of the forest," he said. "The ancient spirit that guards the bamboo forest has claimed her as a sacrifice." Sarah's heart sank. She knew that the curse was a legend, a tale told to frighten children. But now, it seemed that the legend was real. Masao continued, The only way to save your sister is to break the curse, but to do so, you must find the sacred artifact hidden deep within the forest. Sarah knew that she had to find the artifact. It was her only hope of rescuing Emily. She thanked Masao and left the estate, determined to find the sacred artifact before it was too late. Chapter 4. The Curse. Sarah spent the next few days exploring the bamboo forest, searching for the sacred artifact. She followed the map that she had found at the shrine, but it was filled with cryptic symbols and riddles. She struggled to decipher its meaning. As days turned into weeks, Sarah began to despair. She was running out of time. The curse was growing stronger, and Emily's life was hanging by a thread. One night, as Sarah was sleeping in her hotel room, she had a strange dream. She saw Emily trapped in a dark underground chamber. A sinister figure, shrouded in shadow, stood over her, holding a glowing orb. Sarah woke up with a start. She realized that the dream was a clue. The sacred artifact must be a glowing orb, hidden deep beneath the bamboo forest. The next morning, Sarah returned to the bamboo forest. She followed the map until she reached a hidden entrance. She descended a narrow, winding staircase, the darkness enveloping her. At the bottom of the staircase, she found a large, cavernous chamber. In the center of the chamber, a pedestal held a glowing orb. The orb pulsed with an eerie light, and Sarah could feel its power. She knew that she had to take the orb. It was the only way to break the curse and save Emily. But as she reached out to grab the orb, a chilling voice echoed through the chamber. "You cannot have it," the voice said. "The orb is mine." Sarah turned around, her heart pounding in her chest. In the shadows, she saw a figure standing. It was the same sinister figure she had seen in her dream. The figure stepped out of the shadows, revealing a face that was both human and inhuman. It was the spirit of the bamboo forest, awakened from its slumber. Chapter 5. The Confrontation. The spirit of the bamboo forest advanced towards Sarah, its eyes glowing with an unnatural light. Sarah raised her hands in a defensive posture, but she knew that she was no match for such a powerful entity. Suddenly, a blinding light filled the chamber. The spirit screamed in pain, its form contorting and twisting. Sarah looked up to see a figure standing at the entrance. It was Masao, the head of the Tenjin clan. Masao raised his hand, and the light intensified. The spirit howled in agony, its form dissipating into thin air. The curse was broken. Sarah rushed towards Masao, her eyes filled with tears of relief. "Thank you," she said. "You saved my sister." Masao nodded. "The curse has been lifted," he replied, "but the artifact must be returned to its rightful place." Sarah picked up the glowing orb and handed it to Masao. Masao placed the orb on a pedestal in the center of the chamber. As he did so, the chamber began to fill with a soft, ethereal light. "The spirit of the forest is at peace," Masao said. "It will guard the bamboo forest for generations to come." Sarah and Masao ascended the stairs, leaving the chamber behind. As they emerged from the forest, Sarah could see the first rays of dawn breaking over the city. Chapter 6. Reunion. Sarah returned to the inn and called her parents. She told them that Emily was safe and that she would be home soon. Her parents were overjoyed, and they couldn't wait to see their daughter. A few days later, Sarah and Emily boarded a plane back to the United States. As they sat on the plane, Sarah couldn't help but feel a sense of peace. She had faced danger and confronted the unknown, but she had also found strength and courage within herself. When they arrived home, Sarah and Emily were greeted by a joyous reunion with their family and friends. As they embraced their loved ones, Sarah knew that she would never forget her adventure in Tokyo, or the lessons she had learned about the power of love, hope, and the enduring spirit of the human heart. Chapter 7. The Aftermath. Sarah and Emily returned to their lives in the United States, their hearts filled with gratitude for their safe return. However, the memory of their ordeal in Tokyo continued to haunt them. Sarah, driven by a newfound sense of purpose, decided to write a book about her experiences. She wanted to share her story with the world, hoping to inspire others to never give up hope. Emily, on the other hand, found herself drawn back to Japan. She felt a deep connection to the country and its people, and she longed to return to the bamboo forest. A year later, Emily decided to visit Tokyo once again. She went to the bamboo forest and spent hours wandering through its familiar paths. As she sat beneath a towering bamboo tree, she felt a sense of peace and tranquility. Suddenly, she heard a familiar voice. She turned around and saw Masao, the head of the Tenjin clan. Masao had come to visit the forest as well. They spent the afternoon talking about their experiences. Masao told Emily about the changes that had taken place in the Tenjin clan since the curse had been broken. The clan had become more open to the outside world, and they were working to preserve the bamboo forest for future generations. As the sun began to set, Emily and Masao stood together, watching the golden light bathe the forest in a warm glow. Emily felt a sense of closure, knowing that she had found peace in the place where she had once faced such danger. Epilogue. Years later, Sarah and Emily continued to live fulfilling lives. Sarah's book became a bestseller, inspiring countless people around the world. Emily, meanwhile, had become a renowned expert on Japanese culture and traditions. The bamboo forest remained a special place in their hearts. It was a place where they had faced their fears, found their strength, and discovered the enduring power of hope. And it was a place where they would always return, to remember the extraordinary adventure that had changed their lives forever.